All right, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Kana Whitworth here in Los Angeles, and you're watching ABC News Live. And we start with breaking news from overseas. We're learning from police that are saying a car has hit pedestrians in Liverpool, England. You're looking live now at the scene. This is the aftermath of this horrific scene. This happened during a large victory parade for the soccer team. They just won the Premier League. And according to the BBC, there's an estimated 1 million people that were in attendance for that parade. Again, you're looking live now as this investigation has just begun. Authorities are saying the car did stop at the scene. Local authorities adding that a 53-year-old white British male has now been arrested. Emergency services clearly remain on site. As you can see, we have no word yet on the number of injuries. The Liverpool Football Club has released a statement saying our thoughts and prayers are with those who have been affected by this serious incident. ABC News foreign correspondent Marcus Moore is joining me now live with more on this. So, Marcus, let's start with this suspect here has been arrested by police. What more do we know about this person? I know it's early in this investigation.
Yeah, Kana, what we know at this point, according to police, is that the 53-year-old man who was driving that vehicle that hit the pedestrians apparently is from the Liverpool area. They have not released his name, and it's also unclear what may have happened here. We don't know if this was an accident or if it was an intentional act. That is something that investigators are just beginning to look into at this point. As you can see in these pictures from the scene, it was a very large emergency response, and the focus right now has been on treating those who were injured and getting them to the hospital to receive further treatment, and also beginning the process of trying to piece together what exactly has happened here in Kana. We got a new update, a statement from the police there in Liverpool urging people not to speculate on the circumstances surrounding the incident that happened on Water Street there in Liverpool. So as we see these pictures coming in and we hear the accounts of what happened and really how horrific this was, police urging people to wait for the details, for the facts to reveal themselves as the investigation unfolds. And Kana, I do want to home in on the fact that this was really an important day for the thousands and for the 1 million people who showed up there, according to some estimates. They were there to celebrate the Liverpool Football Club's, the soccer team's, a Premier League win, which they won about a month ago, but only recently received the trophy. And then today we saw these astonishing images of the parade as it snaked through the city with thousands of people there to celebrate. And in that sea of people, you had families and children, really a festive moment that very quickly this evening turned into one of horror and certainly at this point a lot of concern for those who were injured as we wait to learn really the enormity of this, how many people were actually hurt, because we don't know at this point. Kana.
Right. Really important questions outstanding at this hour. Again, we don't know the number of injured. We're awaiting to hear from police. But I think, as Marcus just pointed out there, this was a huge family affair, one that was celebrated by the entire city. It's a national holiday. People were not at work. They were able to go. They were able to be there with their families. But you also know the amount of police, the presence there from law enforcement that was there just because of this parade, lining that van. And according to eyewitness accounts here that we're reading through, this incident happened just a few minutes after that bus, that open-air double-decker bus, went through this crowd. Marcus, it sounds like the Prime Minister certainly being kept up to date on this incident. What more are we hearing from him?
Yeah, we've heard from a number of government officials here in the UK, including the Prime Minister, who in a statement tonight said that, quote, the scenes in Liverpool are appalling. He said, my thoughts are with all of those who were injured or affected. And he goes on to say, I want to thank the police and emergency services for their swift and ongoing response to this shocking incident. He says he's being kept updated on the developments, and he asked that we give the police the space they need to investigate. That the word from the Prime Minister. As Kana, we look at those live pictures or pictures from earlier of the scene, and you get a sense of this area. It was packed with people This is Water Street that goes through Liverpool, this coastal city in the UK, and the massive emergency response there. And this is the area that investigators will be going through inch by inch as they try to piece together what happened and then determine why. Based on the eyewitness accounts and videos that have been circulating, unverified videos that have been circulating online, showing this vehicle going through the crowd, at one point stopping, and then you see people hitting the windows, and then the car continues. What we don't know at this point is if that driver did that by accident or if it was intentional. But I can tell you that based on the videos that investigators will no doubt be looking at, it was absolute chaos, Kana, in the midst of all of this. As police, there was a very large police presence there. There were also a number of bystanders, this car going through the crowd, people obviously trying to get to safety and then trying to figure out exactly what's going on. And then you had the aftermath, and we know that this person, this 53-year-old man who's been described as a white British man, was taken into custody and was arrested in connection with this incident. But right now, still so many questions left unanswered as we look at that live picture again from Water Street in Liverpool.
Right, and you're right to point out the scene there, Marcus, and you can see from the images of the parade prior just how densely packed this area was. It had been cordoned off. There were no cars allowed in this area. People were there with their families, a day of celebration turning tragic, and we're still awaiting more information on this, and we'll bring it to you as soon as we get it. Marcus, thank you for being here with us.